round 3 game between Boundless Power and Bastion Lives Matter. These are 2 of the remaining 6 teams, and we are ready to go.
All right, let's see what they decide to play this time. But first, a look at Boundless Power. So far, they're defending, of course. I'm not sure about the Junket pick, if it's gonna stay or they will swap around. Everything else seems standard. For Bastion Lives Matter, I shall wait a bit, just in case they swap around. I'm very sure they're not gonna play it like this. So let's see what they decide to pick. Here, it seems Boundless Power is very fixated and ready to play with Junket. I mean, it can work. However, it's a high-risk, high-reward play, because if Bastion Lives Matter will be ready for team fights, like get into team fights right away, the effectiveness of Junket will drop by quite a lot. So we'll see how it goes. I'm not yet sure about the picks of Bastion Lives Matter, so let's wait that out a bit.
If only
Right,
Yeah.
we're waiting for the picks before we actually start the. What do you expect they'll do for the first strat here on that push? The Bastion Lives Matter.
Actually, if Bastion Lives Matter does skip the Widowmaker, she could be very, very strong against Junkrat, because she can just snipe him off. However, if Junkrat is playing behind the corners or behind the shield at all times while spamming the grenades at the choke, they should be fine. However, they decided to swap off Widowmaker to a Reaper, so we'll see how it goes.
All right, and here we go. Here comes Bastion Lives Matter through that choke point, and immediately pushing to the point to try to see what they can push in. We got the Reinhardt pushing in, gets rid of the Bastion Lives Matter Reinhardt, keeping the point push. Boundless Power Reinhardt falls as well. We've got 1-2-1 in terms of picks, and Yada falls on the Boundless Power. D.Va back in her mech for Bastion Lives Matter, pushes onto the objective. They're grabbing the point here, trying to take just pushing them off the point, keeping them off. Not really much that. Sorry, go ahead.
They might be able to contest it, however the problem is when you're trading 1v1, this defender, it takes much more time to get back to the fight as attackers.
Here comes the Dragon Blade coupled with the sound barrier, just trying to clear out the enemies, and it looks like they will indeed cap the point here, backing off a little bit, trying to take a break is Boundless Power.
Exactly. It seems Boundless Power was unable to use the Reinhardt Earthshatter in time. He just got killed instantly or very quickly, and he wasn't able to use the stun.
Team captain for Boundless Power Navor wasting that Riptire, really not doing much.
There was also Zenyatta waste ultimate, I think. Yes. Boundless Power did use Zenyatta ultimate for no apparent reason, looks like.
Ultimate management in this game has been rather weak. So far, we've seen 2 wasted on both sides.
Exactly.
Generally pushing is Bastion Lives Matter, just here through that choke point. Boundless Power giving up that ground, back to that choke point, trying to get more defensible position. Here comes the Earthshatter from...
Blocked off.
But it's blocked off, and then a reverse one from them, but it in fact gets through, and here comes the D.Va mech ult. Transcendence to back up through the Graviton Surge for Bastion Lives Matter, and they will easily push through this choke point.
let's up the tempo.
Exactly, it was very noticeable that Boundless Power did not have that Zenyatta ultimate available because it was wasted earlier. It would really help them a lot here in this situation. However, the Earthshatters of Boundless Power seemed kind of weak compared to Earthshatters to Bastion Lives Matter, which he was able to get stuns, meanwhile the other one was not able to do.
And they've reached that checkpoint pretty easily. No real defense, as is probably expected. No need to waste picks and trying to feed them ultimate charge. We're here through that second choke point, right after the choke point, rather, through the checkpoint. They're just skirmishing a little bit, trying to get a pick off before they can actually push in with an ulti.
Yeah, Boundless Power is probably trying to buy time so they can get their Zen ultimates, defensive ultimates available, so they can team fight. However, also Bastion Lives Matter has pretty strong ultimates as well with the Genji Blade, which can easily bait out the Zen ultimate. At this point, it just...
Let's break it.
Okay,
Here
there
comes
they go.
the sound barrier from Bastion Lives Matter, and a doubled ultimate defensively from Boundless Power. Here comes the Reinhardt ulti to shut down Boundless or Bastion or from Bastion Lives Matter rather, and they're going to push through with a pickoff on the Reaper, with Lucio and Reinhardt both going down for Boundless Power. Transcendence up from offensively from Bastion Lives Matter, just trying to push that point here. The ultimate from Navor on Boundless Power is defensively trying to prevent the final push. Reinhardt, or sorry, Diva from Bastion Lives Matter, just trying to do all she can. Not really much happening there.
I'm just getting started.
That is true. Time-wise, it's slightly bad for Bastion Lives Matter that they were not able to get it. However, next team fight, it looks quite favorable for Boundless Power because they do have an Earth Shatter available. Meanwhile, Bastion Lives Matter, Bastion Lives Matter do have the Diva bomb available and Earth Shatter now as well, and possibly Genji Blade as well, and they should be able to get the next team fight with quite ease. Meanwhile, however, Boundless Power is getting their Zenyatta ultimate available now. They might be able to hold this after all, but it really depends how the Diva ultimate will land. If it's gonna hit anything under Zenyatta ultimate or not. That's also up to Reinhardt shield, whether it's gonna be broken down or available enough.
Here comes the sound barrier from Bastion Lives Matter and the Genji ult. There's a Transcendence, Earth Shatter from them, a Zarya ulti as well. And there's just a huge team fight going on. The Diva ult comes in trying to push that thing, but it's going to be blocked by the Reinhardt. And all that's left is a Genji and a Diva, as well as Boundless Power has managed this push.
At this point in time, Diva ultimate was probably wasted. It just should regroup back whoever was alive, or just suicide to respawn at the same time and use it for the next team fight.
A huge pickoff on the Reaper for Boundless Power on Bastion Lives Matter. They're down, and they're going to have to group up waiting for... Boundless Power here is just stalling as much as they can, run that clock out.
Much easier to defend here on this last checkpoint than earlier on, because they spawn much closer to the payload at this point. Meanwhile, attackers spawn way far ahead.
There is chaos.
We can see that they're sort of farming ultis here up, trying to just get ready for the next team fight. Just more skirmishes going on, not really much action.
Exactly, but the longer time it takes for Bastion Lives Matter to attack, the more time Boundless Power has to get their defensive ultimates and ultimates available to survive the fight.
Absolutely. We see that both defensive ultis are up for Bastion Lives Matter, and for Boundless Power as well. And we've got the Earth Shatter for Boundless Power.
Get in there.
At this point in time,
Here comes the both ultis. All the defensive ultis are popped. We see that the Graviton Surge and the Earth Shatter from both teams. Genji's ult comes up for Bastion Lives Matter, but Transcendence is in return from them to protect the Genji, and it looks like there's a team wipe for Bastion Lives Matter.
Exactly. This looks pretty good for them. They burned pretty much all of their ultimates to make sure they win the fight. They still have a Diva ulti, I think.
McCree defensive ultis up to try and just push them off the point, generate some time for Boundless Power. Reinhardt jumps in. Here comes the Diva ulti for Bastion Lives Matter, and they take down the Reinhardt. And here comes Zarya trying to hold that point, but she's pushed off pretty easily, and Bastion Lives Matter will take the point.
Yes, basically the Diva ultimate there just sealed the deal. It basically zoned them out from the payload. And I would like to ask the judge for time. 6 minutes and 58 seconds. This is average time, maybe slightly slow. However, this is beatable. It's not impossible whatsoever. Where it seems Boundless Power had some bad ultimate management this game, and it kind of costed them in the next team fights they had to fight. Or either Bastion Lives Matter was pretty good at baiting out the ultimates of Boundless Power and just focusing on the next fight, or even sometimes in the same fight to wipe them over. But now let's see what they decide to pick.
The one thing we did notice in that last match, or that last round rather, is that defensive ultimates were being popped in quick succession of each other. We saw the Lucio sound barrier put down, and the Transcendence pop immediately after. Thoughts on that?
Well, there was a situation where I think the Reinhardt was able to stun them, and the overlap of Zenyatta ultimate and Lucio ultimate might save their lives, but usually you don't want to overlap. It seems they have some kind of communication problems as well. Overlapping such ultimates, it's not optimal way. I mean, sometimes you have to use them both together to survive something big, but usually it's not necessary. But now let's see what... I'm not sure about those picks, Farah, Bastion. I think that's just troll at this point.
Yeah.
But
We want
let's
to talk
see what-
about the defensive picks for Bastion Lives Matter?
Yeah, so Will, I mean, so far everything seems pretty standard. Like Genji in defense is quite normal, common. However, they do lack a McCree now, so they might not be able to have that stun, which is quite nice, and also to get some nice pick-offs in fights. However, by having a Diva, it's not bad, but it really depends like how much Zarya will be charged, and if Zarya will be able to just left-click and discord the Diva out of her mech right away. However, by having a Diva, she can block shots from your Reinhardt, so your Reinhardt shield does not break, just like she's doing right now.
And looks like Boundless Power decides to go aggressive through the middle with Genji poking off for Bastion Lives Matter, trying to build up his ulti there. Both Genjis, in fact, are trying to build up their ultis just by poking at the opponent team. And looks like Boundless Power just pushing onto the...
Farah as well.
And Farah as well, of course, yes. trying to do the
Farah is
same
not
thing.
that good against Diva, because Diva can block rockets very easily. However, they're still managing to push them out.
It looks like Boundless Power is just pushing onto that point, forcing Bastion Lives Matter out, even though nobody is really falling except for Lucio on there. There goes Zenyatta as well. Looks like both supports are down for Bastion Lives Matter, and this is likely to be Boundless Power's point.
Yeah, the issue here was basically they had a Farah, but Boundless Power had no... I mean, Bastion Lives Matter had not anything to deal with Farah consistently. Like, if you have a McCree, you can easily shoot her down when she's discorded. However, they did have a Diva, which Diva is quite good against Farahs because she can block the rockets consistently. However, they had nothing else to actually shoot her down from the sky. But now they do have a McCree instead of Genji, so this is good. Now they should be able to deal with Farah with relatively ease for the next pushes and team fights. However, they do not have any ultimates available at this time. And Boundless Power does have 2 ultimates available, at this almost 3, if not 4 and 5, which does not look good for Bastion Lives Matter at this point. Boundless Power they do want to team fight as soon as possible because they have this ultimate advantage.
Yeah.
They're
It looks like
probably aware of
there's
it.
4 ultimates, 5 ultimates up to this. Only the 1 defensive from Bastion Lives Matter. Here's a skirmish going on the payload. Here comes and the ultimate to block the triple ultis, trying to just burn them down as quickly as possible. Force Diva out of her mech. Here's the thing, Reinhardt is clearly going to block it off quite easily, and
Exactly.
Boundless Power will push with no recoil.
Just like I said, they had more ultimates as attackers, the defenders did not have, and it was very easily for them to overpower. And at the same time, you can see Boundless Power still has 3 ultimates available for the next team fight going in.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Bastion Lives Matter just got their ultimates now available. Yes, continue.
Some excellent ultimate management for the first time we've seen in this game, actually, by Boundless Power, with no real wasting of ultimates like we saw in the last round.
Perhaps they got warmed up for something, but now they're doing excellent.
There's a bit of a skirmish in the payload with Diva poking at the top. Oh, and Lucio tries to sound barrier in defense, and instead Transcendence has to go up to protect after Lucio fell.
This is exactly what Boundless Power wants. They wanted to bait this ultimate, so when they have a real fight, they win.
Lucio ultimates for Boundless Power in protection, and there's a double ultimate to prevent. I think that's a bit of a waste. There was no need, as Reaper fell pretty much immediately for Bastion Lives Matter.
Exactly.
However, Boundless Power looks to have cleared out for a team wipe and probably will actually push the payload with no issues.
Yep. Basically what happened is that both teams lost 1 player. Boundless Power did lose their Farah. However, Bastion Lives Matter lost their Lucio, who didn't even get to use ultimate, and that was the cue for Boundless Power to engage 5v5 fight, because, okay, we lost 1 DPS, but they lost a Lucio, which is like speed, healing, and they lost so much team fight capability, which gave Boundless Power a massive advantage, and also Boundless Power did manage to bait Zenyatta ultimate of Bastion Lives Matter, and then they had 2 options: either fight right away when Farah comes back, because they do not have Zen ultimate, or regroup and fight again, because Zen doesn't have ultimate. They decided the first, of course, and it really worked out for them. So this should be it. They won King's Row. The other 2 maps are Hanamura or Hollywood. I personally would really like to see Hanamura, because I haven't seen it any day here. It's usually only hybrid and payload maps, because there are some different strategies on Hanamura, but perhaps one of these 2 teams practiced on such map, and that's why they're confident. That's why they picked it. But we'll see what Bastion Matter will decide to play. I personally hope it's Hanamura because we haven't seen it yet. But
I would
Hollywood,
like to see Hanamura as well.
I mean,
Hanamura is a lot
Hollywood.
of fun to watch.
I also like watching Hollywood. Like, there's so many strategies, so many routes and tactics that you can do in Hollywood, and that's also quite exciting. However, Hanamura does allow some cheese strategies. Oh, there we go, Hanamura. We might expect a defending Mei, just to wall them off or something. I mean, she kind of worked even at high pro tournament levels. We saw some Meis recently on Hanamura exclusively on the point A, but we will see what they decide to pick. So we have Boundless Power again. Actually, this time Boundless Power will start on the attack by the looks of it.
It looks like the teams are calling for a quick bio break, if you will.
Okay, that's up to 5 minutes as far as I'm aware. I'm not yet paused. I would like to ask the judge if these are the teams set, like if Boundless Power is going to be on attack and Bastion Lives Matter are going to defend. Not yet. Okay, it's not yet set, so we're not sure who's gonna start on which side. However, maybe we should check the profiles of the players if possible. I'm not sure if I can, to make sure if any one of them plays a Mei or something like that. So there is a possibility we might see a Mei, so let's check that out. I'm just looking at it very quickly right now. All the players. The Crozis of, if I'm correct, he's from Team Boundless Power. He does play... Actually, he's on the other side now. Oh, they're swapping. Yeah, I see. The teams were not in place, basically. No, they're swapping. It seems Boundless Power does want to defend first, looks like. So they're going to be the blue team. And Bastion Matter is going to start with the attack, which is the red team. I'll try to quickly check Boundless Power if they do have a Mei player or something like that, because we might get to see a Mei, but I'm not entirely sure at this moment. I'm trying to find some... Oh, there is actually one player called Lanziver of Boundless Power. He has 23 hours played on Mei. So there is a high chance we might see a Mei here on Hanamura after all. That's pretty nice. It's always nice to see some niche picks. It's always exciting to cast such games.
It would be very interesting to see a Mei. We haven't really seen much of. We've seen a lot of Junkrat today.
Yeah, there are some Junkrat players in these teams, it looks like. However, there is a Mei player, at least by the looks of it, on Boundless Power. So I do expect it to see. And here we start with the game. You may do your introduction.
Actually, I've just learned that the player you called out, Lance, is actually a Mei main. Has the golden guns and everything for her.
Very well. Then it's a very high chance we will see the Mei play, and that's probably why they decided to play Hanamura. It's exceptionally strong if you have a really good Mei walling off at the right time. Basically, on Hanamura first choke point, if you do have a Mei, you can basically, when the opposing team attackers are trying to push in, like usually a Reinhardt, who goes in with his shield to just go in, you wall him off, Reinhardt is stuck in front of the team without any support, and he will instantly die. And here we go. They did decide to play with Mei. However, it seems Navor will play Mei, or they will swap.
It looks like Team Captain Navor has picked Mei with Lanziver. Lance picking off the tank role for his team with the Reinhardt.
Yeah, they decided to play like this. I really like the composition of Boundless Power. It will be really exciting to see how this Mei will pull off, and if Bastion Lives Matter will be able to play around it, because when they have a Mei as an attacker, basically what you want to do is speed boost in together as a 6-man unit, so when Mei will wall off, everyone is in. Because if someone is left outside, you're fighting at a disadvantage, and that's what Mei is all about in this point.
Yeah, exactly. It's very easy to create an artificial pick without actually taking someone down.
Exactly.
With the walls that are in this level.
However, let's see what Bastion Lives Matter decided to pick. It seems they will continue with the Genji. I'm not sure about the D.Va at this point. I mean, she actually can be pretty good against the ice wall if they expect the Mei. She can fly over, she can scout ahead, basically. But let's see what is... Oh, the Mei revealed herself.
And there's that Mei wall as we were expecting. However, waiting not until the Reinhardt is through.
Yeah,
Sort of
now
trying
they
to
can
block
push
them
in
off.
actually. This is a small window of opportunity. There they go,
And
yes.
here they go, right through the right side, trying to just keep them inside where they have the advantage. And it looks like...
got a pick off. Boundless Power got a pick off on Genji, which was
Oh, and
really
there Reinhardt falls from Bastion Lives Matter as well, so that's 2 down, 3, 4
yeah,
down.
they stabilized it. Basically, for 1 second, it really went bad for Boundless Power because Mei ice walled too early. However, Reinhardt of Boundless Power was able to charge in the house, in the building, and get Genji. And the moment they lost Genji, they were fighting 6 versus 4, and that was just a matter of time for Boundless Power to clear everything up.
We also see that Boundless Power has their twin defensive ultis up with Zenyatta and Reinhardt with Zarya almost about to get hers.
Well, yes, they do have great ultimates. Meanwhile, Bastion Lives Matter do not have their ultimates ready, so at this point, Boundless Power can easily push them out a bit, win the next fight very easily if they fight in the next 10 seconds or so. Here they go.
And here comes that Zarya ulti just trying to clean up them up, and the Transcendence forced, and then the Lucio ulti in return for Boundless Power. Here comes the Reinhardt ultimate from Bastion Lives Matter, and the sound barrier from Bastion Lives Matter as well, just trying to push through. There goes Reinhardt and Zarya, and we're down to 3. Mei puts her ultimate up on the point, just trying to zone them out, but it looks like it will fall as there's no one left from Boundless Power to really contest.
Indeed, it seems the problem with Boundless Power was it actually went really good for them. The only mistake they did, it seems the Zenyatta of Boundless Power was unable to press his Q. He got killed before he could Transcendence. If Zenyatta was able to Transcendence in that team fight, the fight would turn a different way, I'm sure.
And here they're pushing up through the right side of
Top
the
right, that's very
map.
standard.
Yep. And it looks like Boundless Power has chosen the top platform, blocking off the Reinhardt ultimate from Bastion Lives Matter. Reaper goes in with Death Blossom and Transcendence comes in, Revenge. However, McCree falls and Lucio falls for Boundless Power, while there's 3 down for Bastion Lives Matter.
Exactly. They stabilize it. At this point, the snowball effect for Bastion Lives Matter slightly slowed down, and now Boundless Power can just bunker up on the high ground and keep contesting and winning because they do have Zarya ultimate available, they do High Noon to zone and about to get their shot there. Meanwhile, Bastion Lives Matter do not have these ultimates available yet, which they need to as fast as they can, so they can win the team fight.
Right now, we're just seeing a little bit of skirmishing between the front entrances, trying to just build up ultimates, as you said. And it looks like they're actually pushing through the top right, trying to get a little bit more of that poke going. Soldier 76 for Boundless Power, the team captain. And there comes the Zarya ultimate from Boundless Power, just trying to zone out the Reinhardt. Kind of a
I
weird...
wouldn't say it's a waste because they wanted to take the initiative. You don't want to be too much passive. You want to push them out, especially when you know you have more ultimates than them. You want maybe to use 1 or 2 of yours, you know, just to use it, win the fight, push them out, make them waste time as much and stagger their deaths. Because
Pushing very aggressively here,
exactly.
just trying
Now
to keep
the
them...
shit pulled back. But there was one point in time where Navor, like as you can see Navor soldier positioning, he's by himself there. He could easily get picked off and died if Bastion Lives Matter goes as a unit there together. I do not personally think it's good to split up like this. Soldiers should probably stay with the main
Here comes
group.
the sound barrier from Bastion Lives Matter and the Transcendence, as well as the sound barrier from Boundless Power, just going all in on the point here, trying to capture. Here comes the Diva ult from Bastion Lives Matter, taking out Zarya, and the Genji and Lucio falling for Bastion Lives Matter, my bad. Yeah. Transcendence in Revenge as well from Boundless Power, and it looks like the push is going to fail pretty quietly.
Yeah, they stabilized it. Boundless Power was able to stabilize it, but there was a flop from Lanziver, Reinhardt. He tried to stun Bastion Lives Matter, however, Bastion Lives Matter did block his stun, and Bastion Lives Matter Reinhardt managed to stun Reinhardt while Diva used ultimate, and Reinhardt was stunned, unable to block the Diva explosion, and that's why Diva got 2 kills there. However, this time it seems no, Soldier is still alone by himself there, which puts him a really big disadvantage because if they go, like you see, 6 men right now, they can just jump on Soldier and kill him right away. They might just do that. Yeah, they might just do that actually, as you can see.
They're pushing up across the bridge here, defended by the Zarya, trying to just...
Exactly, they're splitting them up, and they split themselves up in the first place.
Zenyatta there for Bastion Lives Matter, sitting by himself. However, Genji is poking the Zarya and the McCree. It looks like there's, in fact, the team is being split up very significantly for Boundless Power, and moving down the right side, or bottom left rather, for Bastion Lives Matter, just trying to push in as a team where Boundless Power is splitting up quite a bit.
Exactly.
Zarya is not trying for a pinch.
Boundless Power wants to buy as much time as they can so they can get their ultimates for the next team fight, and then they can start the team fight. They don't want a team fight when they do not have any ultimates, basically. But now they have 3 ultimates available, soon about to get 4, and now they should be able to fight.
Fast enough.
And it looks like the only ultimate that Bastion Lives Matter has is the defensive ult from Lucio, the sound barrier, of course.
However, they're pretty close. Like they should get it for the next push. They should have their ultimates. However, Boundless Power will also have it, so it doesn't look good for Bastion Lives Matter so far. They really need to bait those ultimates.
Oh, let's break it.
Here comes the sound barrier from Bastion Lives Matter, just trying to defend, and their Transcendence as well. The Reinhardt ultimate with the Earth Shatter taking them down. Sound barrier from Lucio for Boundless Power, just taken out to defend. It looks like McCree ulted to the Zarya ult from Boundless Power. Genji ulting up, there comes the Transcendence to protect his team from it, and it looks like he will fall pretty easily with only 2 remaining.
Everything was good for Boundless Power until the last second when Zenyatta came in and just simply used his ultimate randomly.
He did save them from the Genji though, the Genji ultimate, the Dragon Blade, of course.
Yeah, but I mean, Genji got shut down really quickly, and I'm very positive Zenyatta could probably save his ultimate, so he would have it for the next fight. But we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
We might be able to get them back in time before the next fight.
Navor again poking off to that right side or left side while his team is up on the top right. Whereas Bastion Lives Matter all pushing from that right side, looking to get a pick. Just really skirmishing at that top right side right now. Zarya building energy, of course, trying to build the thing. Reaper for Bastion Lives Matter has his ulti up, likely going to try and push in, just try and take out at least 2 or 3, see what they can do. And here comes that Reaper ulti, like we said, but he falls pretty much immediately. And here comes the Navor ulti with Soldier, just keeping them off the point.
Exactly. I mean, there was a window of opportunity for Bastion Lives Matter to push in and teamfight when they had Reaper ultimate, because Boundless Power had no ultimates available, and if they executed properly with Reaper ultimate by Reaper getting shielded and even speed boosted, they would probably be able to do some serious damage.
D.Va just wasted her ultimate, just protecting herself, trying to get out.
Yeah,
I know that's a good pick, but...
She should probably die earlier or retreated earlier with the team so they don't stagger. I mean, at least she didn't stagger her that, I mean, but still, she had to trade her ultimate for that. I'm not sure if it pays off. But as you can see now, Boundless Power does...
Here comes the Zarya ult from just taking the Bastion Lives Matter in. Reinhardt picking off the D.Va from Bastion Lives Matter, and it's again going to win team fight for Boundless Power.
That was very correct of Reinhardt to do, to charge D.Va while in Graviton, because D.Va was basically blocking everyone shots while she was sitting in Graviton, and what Reinhardt did simply was charge her and pull her away from Graviton so she was unable to block the shots, and the rest of the team was simply able to shoot everything in the Graviton down. However, if you have a Zarya can also quickly left-click D.Va and kill her mech as fast as possible so others can shoot into the Graviton surge.
We just saw a change actually in pick from a Genji to a Soldier, losing his ultimate in the process. Interesting pick there for Bastion Lives Matter.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Here comes the sound barrier and the from Boundless Power with the Zarya taking the ultimate from Bastion Lives Matter, and it looks like it's just going to be a 2-to-1 trade.
Exactly. However, it seems to me that Bastion Lives Matter could really punish Boundless Power if they just went a 6-man on that Soldier to displace him, because basically Boundless Powers was already splitting themselves like just now by default, and this was many times a big opportunity for Bastion.
And here it comes where Navor gets focused with by D.Va, but taken out and defended by Zarya for Boundless Power. Not a big deal. Reinhardt pushing in for Bastion Lives Matter. Looks like he'll fall pretty easily with the Transcendence. Never mind, come out just to protect the thing, but he falls pretty much instantly to the McCree ultimate. Looks like it's going to be Zenyatta just going to fall quite easily, trying to contest, doing what they can. Bastion Lives Matter, but it's not going to be enough.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. I mean, there were plenty of opportunities for Bastion Lives Matter to actually make it through, because the Soldier was not artificially splitting himself from the team. If they used their Genji and possibly D.Va just to jump on the Soldier and kill him right away with a Discord on him, then they would make the fight 6v5 right away. And of course, the other 5 guys could try to jump on the rest of the 6 players, but still, they were split 5-1. So, and by not going for that Soldier who was alone, Soldier was free to do his damage from range while they were fighting up there 6v5. and also very good gravitons from Boundless Power. And I also liked Reinhardt, how he immediately dealt with whatever was blocking the damage in graviton surges, so they could do maximum damage.
The tanks have been on point this match for Boundless Power with their ultimate again, their ultimate usage being smart.
Exactly. Also how they played it and their Earth Shatters over. Well, the Earth Shatters maybe could be slightly better for Boundless Power, I think, but it still went out rather okay, I would say. Well, let's see now what Bastion Lives Matter will decide to pick. It seems they really want Mei. I mean, I checked his profile. He does have 23 hours of Mei played. He might not be good as Lanziver, however, still mains or plays Mei quite a lot, so we'll see how it goes. I'm not personally sure about the Symmetra pick because now they do not have a Lucio, and by not having a Lucio, you lose so much teamfight capability. You really need that speed boost and speed just to position your team properly, and also it makes you harder to get shot by projectiles.
There's also very little healing on this team. Zenyatta is not, as we know, a great solo heal.
To be honest, if you wanted to have a Symmetra, you would probably have to have the other guy to be Lucio. However, then you lose Discord. Either way, it doesn't look good composition-wise. They really lack, how should I say, Bastion Lives Matter lack a punch at this moment by having Mei and Symmetra together.
Here comes that Mei thing. She's a little too early and doesn't really block anything off, and Boundless Power just walks around it. Reaper going down for Boundless Power, however, though, so perhaps...
but basically what happened is because Bastion Lives Matter do have a Roadhog is able to break the shields very, very quickly, and that's why they can get pickoffs much faster as well.
And there's that Mei wall just blocking them off from the outside.
Yeah, I think this is the wrong usage of Mei. You don't want to block them out. You want, like right now, you should block.
Oh, and the Reaper, the Reinhardts kill each other with the ultimate from Bastion Lives Matter.
It looks... That's quite solid for Bastion Lives Matter at this point, I would say. It looks pretty solid. Yeah, the Roadhog is doing quite good work, like he's really getting hooks and also breaking the shield of Reinhardt very quickly. And now they got the teleporter available, which will give them the advantage. They're already back, almost all of them, ready to hold the choke next one. And here you go.
Here comes that Reinhardt just pushing in, trying to protect his team with that shield. And there comes the Mei wall. And look at that, half the team goes down pretty much instantly with that pick-off. Reinhardt goes away, Lucio is down. Zarya putting her ult up, trying to protect her. Mei Roadhog. Mei, of course, using her ability to self-heal and shield with that immunity, and Roadhog just soaking up the damage.
It's not exactly bad to try a Graviton like that when you're attacking. You kind of want to bait. Maybe, you know, maybe the Zen would panic and use his ultimate or something. You never know. Like, perhaps he wanted to bait the Zen ultimate, but it didn't work out. But now it looks pretty solid for Bastion Lives Matter. What Boundless Power needs to do is get into a team fight.
Oh, and there's that Reinhardt ultimate from Bastion Lives Matter, taking out the Reinhardt from Boundless Power, rather, as well as the fact that Lucio and Zarya are down, but Reinhardt and Symmetra go down for Boundless Power, or Bastion Lives Matter, rather, but they quickly save it.
Exactly. The problem also with Boundless Power is they're insisting to go into the small room, which is a mistake, because there are Symmetra turrets in, and also Mei can wall you inside the little room when she gets it back on cooldown. What they should do probably is just rush straight on the point. Like, just go straight on the point and make a team fight in the open, where effectiveness of Symmetra and Mei drops drastically.
As well as the fact that we'd noticed that the healing power of Bastion Lives Matter with their double support would possibly come into play. Exactly. There's the Reinhardt ult from and the Transcendence in return from Bastion Lives Matter, just keeping them. Mei ultimate from Bastion Lives Matter and the Roadhog just wasting all else, or using the Transcendence forced up by Boundless Power. But it is, and then of course the Roadhog taking that hook for that pick.
Exactly, they swapped to Pharah because they think they need some verticality, but in reality what they need is just to get a team fight in the open, not around the choke or in the small building where Symmetra and Mei are dominating. They just want a team fight in the open, and they will win because they do have two supports, unlike Bastion Lives Matter, so we'll see how it goes.
And here we see them getting ready for a next push, the team fight. Reinhardt's coming in one-on-one. There's the ultimate from Reinhardt, as well as Mei's wall and the Zarya ult. Here comes the Genji trying to just take out what he can. Focus on the Roadhog, an interesting choice with the Mei just taking him down. No big problems there. Zarya by herself.
Yeah, they have only one effective push now, or even not that. But it seems the mistake for Boundless Power is they didn't know what to do against Mei and Symmetra.
Ooh,
Like,
and unfortunately, the Pharah was playing in the trickle match. She gets picked. That's going to probably spell death for Boundless Power.
exactly. This seems to be it. Yeah. It seems Bastion Lives Matter has won. Even Hanamura.
Interesting things we saw. And it looks like we're actually going to our first third match.
Exactly. I'm really excited to see a third match, and it's gonna be on Hollywood. About time. However, it seems the problem, like I said, with Boundless Power, they really didn't know what to do against this type of strategy that Bastion Lives Matter deployed. Because when you do like a healer, like a Lucy or Zenyatta or something, your teamfight capability drops drastically. However, your chokehold is much more potent. And the switch to Pharah was not good. Like it seems they really didn't know what to do. But if they're listening to this, or if they check it later, what you should have done, just make sure you get the fight in the open area, ground, like push in, speed boost all together, open, fight in the open, and you should win with relatively ease, unless if the defenders have absurd more amount of defensives than you do. But keep in mind, Symmetra ultimate is not really an ultimate in the actual team fight. Neither May, because it's really small radius and usually doesn't get any. Yes, very easy to escape in the open space. However, in the close space, it becomes a nightmare because it's hard to get away out of it, and also the Symmetra turrets will do some damage as well and slow you down. But now we see how King's Row will go. I'm not sure about the sides. Let's see. It seems Bastion Lives Matter wish to attack first and Boundless Power defend.
It looks like we're having a bit of an argument over who is going to pick first, whether they want to attack or defend.
Well, the word is of the host, which is the guy who also hosts the game and knows the rules. So whatever the rules are for this tournament, that's how it's gonna be. It seems winner picks sides and loser pick maps. Yeah,
of course, because we've only got that one map left, which is Hollywood, of course. And we're just going to see who's going to attack first.
Exactly. This is the decision of Bastion Lives Matter. So they can decide now whether to attack or defend. Let's see. Okay, they seem to decide it. So Bastion Lives Matter is going to attack and Boundless Power is going to defend. In my opinion, defending first is not bad, because if you have a good hold, then you exactly know how much time you need to beat the attacking team.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what they're gonna decide to play. I will check first for Bastion Lives Matter, because Boundless Power usually always picks something random first. So let's see what they decide to pick. The red team should be Bastion Lives Matter, that is attackers. Let's see. So far, Reinhardt, pretty standard. Always should be played on this type of maps, except King of the Hill. And even occasionally it's played King of the Hill. Widowmaker, I don't think he's going to go with it, unless they really have an exceptional sniper skill in your team, and Widow can pay off by getting some nice picks. Genji, pretty good. There's lots of verticality. Reaper, really good when you want to go in teamfights right away. But I think some things in Bastion Lives Matter will be swapped around, so I'll wait for that. I'll check now Boundless Power. Let's see what Boundless Power composition is. Very standard, nothing out of the ordinary. Basically, Boundless Power wants to, let's not say they want to fight right away, but their composition is ready if the attackers decide to fight right away. If the attacking team will decide to fight right in the first 30 seconds, Boundless Power has a composition with Reaper, Zarya, and so on to accept the team fight and actually get a chance to win. But now let's see what Bastion Lives Matter will decide to play.
Still that single support.
Yeah, they will
sure.
swap. There we go. Now
that makes
now,
a lot more sense.
Now it's pretty standard. Both teams have sort of team fight centric compositions. However, there is a difference that Zarya of Boundless Power will be able to get D.Va out of mech relatively quick. However, D.Va is able to block shots of Reinhardt's shield to make your Reinhardt shield last longer than that of Boundless Power. So we'll see how it turns out. But I expect a team fight in the very first 30 seconds of the game, or right
and
now.
Pushing up the outside of the map, trying to get behind the point. Genji just poking there at Boundless Power inside that small room. Reaper trying to push as much damage as he can. D.Va forced to retreat.
Exactly, like I said, Boundless Power composition was ready for any type of attack team fight right off the bat. And you could see it paid off for them. Because Zarya, it seems, was able to simply left-click D.Va and put her away in the backline, and D.Va wasn't able to block that many shots, looks like, and Reaper was getting some nice damage in there as well. And also Reinhardt got a nice pick off on one of their players as well, Lanzi.
Pushing that same side again into that room, just trying to get as much damage as possible. Reinhardt doing a shoulder charge off the end for Boundless Power, kind of putting himself out of the match. Looks like D.Va and Reaper forced back for Bastion Lives Matter, and it turns out that Reinhardt shoulder charge. Sorry, go ahead.
No, nothing. I just said that Lucid went on the point just to try to get one tick, you know, but of course it didn't work.
That really changed anything.
Yes. But now they have to regroup. Unfortunately, they have a stagger, but they're almost all grouped up again. Let's see how it goes, but they have to keep in mind now, Boundless Power do have ultimates ready. They're about to get all of them very shortly, and this will be tough for Bastion Lives Matter.
Bastion Lives Matter getting that D.Va ulti though, as well as the Genji and Reinhardt.
Yes,
so
but they do not have Zen ulti, which is very important.
Here comes the Zarya ultimate in revenge of the the Reinhardt ultimate. D.Va using her self-destruct just to survive.
This was a mistake of Lucio that he died. Like, he should have stayed behind Reinhardt's shield, and he would live.
Reinhardt getting D.Va getting a pick that was really unnecessary for Boundless Power, with that Lucio going down for really no reason at all.
Exactly, he ran away from the Reinhardt shield. If he stayed behind the Reinhardt shield instead of trying to go in the building, he wouldn't die. So this gives an opportunity.
Here comes a sound barrier from the Bastion Lives Matter pushing in. Reinhardt getting the other. Genji ulting up while in the unfortunate position of being hit by the Reinhardt ultimate from Boundless Power, and it looks like this push is going to end as well.
Yeah, looks pretty solid, and you have to keep in mind, Bastion Lives Matter were not able to utilize Zen ulti, but now it seems they do have it, where there is a huge difference. Like, it really dictates which Zen has ultimate for which fight, because Zarya Gravitons are really potent, and by not having something to deal with it, you can just instantly wipe and die.
However, the Reinhardt ult is back up with the Genji and the Zenyatta for Bastion Lives Matter. We're gonna see if they're gonna try and combo in the High Noon, of course, as well as the Zenyatta ult for Boundless Power.
I mean, at this point in time, they just want to bait ultimates.
Here comes the Genji ultimate, trying to just pick up the Transcendence in revenge, of course. Wraith formed by Reaper, weird choice. Just trying to Transcendence running around, trying to prevent the Genji from doing anything. Transcendence from Zenyatta from Bastion Lives Matter on the point. Just Lucio trying to combat it, and it looks like if this it's 3v1, 4v1 with the entirety of Boundless Power down.
Be quick about it.
Yeah, the issue with Boundless Power, it seems here they slightly split off, but some people were not able to use their ultimates, like the Reinhardt did not get his Art Shatter, unfortunately.
And of course, Boundless Power retreating and allowing the Bastion Lives Matter to capture that point.
However, this time, you see Boundless Power, they're getting high ground, they will be ready, and it looks pretty good now for them defense-wise. They can hold it rather easily now, or just drop on them when they get a pick off or when they get closer.
Just skirmishing right now, trying to build up ultimates, trying to force the Bastion Lives Matter out from behind the payload.
You can notice Bastion Lives Matter do not have Zen ultimate, and Boundless Power is about to get Zarya ult, and here they go.
T01 Reinhardt falling down. There's the Reinhardt ultimate from Bastion Lives Matter. Reaper coming in though behind the Reinhardt shield, not really able to do much. D.Va not able to soak up that ultimate, and it looks like it's going to be a failed push again.
Exactly.
Oh. Big revenge ulti from D.Va, taking out the Reaper, just getting ready for that next push. And it looks like the D.Va actually changed a team fight from
She
her.
lives. I'm really surprised she managed to live. It's really good, actually. However, Boundless Power did some mistakes here. Like, Reinhardt dropped first, but nobody followed him up right away. If they followed up right, they would probably won the fight, because Bastion Lives Matter did not have Zenyatta ultimate available, and it would be a clean sweep. However, there seems to be some miscommunications going on.
And we see that there's the... And here comes a sound barrier from Bastion Lives Matter with the Genji in convention. Zarya ultimate up in revenge, as well as a Transcendence from Boundless Power, just trying to stay alive. Reaper trying to... Or sorry, Reinhardt just keeping his team in the fight, as pushing the Zenyatta out, who's in Transcendence, trying to keep his team from falling. It looks like Reinhardt pushing on the Zarya, as well as the Reaper looks... And it turns out that Reinhardt falls for Boundless Power.
Exactly, it seemed at this point, Bastion Lives Matter kind of snowballed in. The moment earlier on, D.Va didn't get picked off, because that would be a stagger death, which would buy them more time, and they would have to waste more time to regroup. They were able to regroup much faster than Boundless Power wanted them to regroup, and they just got the upper hand.
And here we go, getting ready for the next team fight happening. The D.Va leading in with her self-destruct. She's getting blocked by the Reinhardt, but unfortunately the angle was just wrong, and it took down the Zenyatta and the Zarya.
This is actually very good for Bastion Lives Matter now. They do want to fight now while they have these two picks and clear everything up, make Stagger dead so they cannot regroup a 6-man and get a nice push on the payload as well at the same time.
Reaper for Bastion Lives Matter has his ultimate up. He's pushing, trying to find an opening, just trying to get that flank while the rest of his team just pokes and tries to keep their attention. Reaper coming up behind the team. Look, here it comes, the ultimate, and he gets immediately nuked, but takes down the Lucio and the Zenyatta.
Yeah, that's the problem when you don't have a Zarya shield for you to not get stunned, because he got immediately stunned and stopped as the Reaper, unfortunately.
And unfortunately, it looks like Boundless Power is in that unfortunate position where they're in the trickle thing. The Zarya ult comes up, trying to just keep the time up, but looks like it's going to fall. Lucio and the Zenyatta are going to fall, giving the point to Bastion Lives Matter.
Yeah, it seems the issue with Boundless Power is because D.Va got those two pick-offs, they were not able to group as a 6-man unit anymore, looks like. And Boundless Power did have ultimates available, but they didn't want to use it when there were not 6 of them. But in my opinion, when they're getting this strong push, you should use your ultimates even if you're missing 1 or 2 players at this point. Because Boundless Power did have 3 ultimates or even 4 ultimates available at one point, and they did not simply use them. And Reinhardt also, again, tried to use his Earth Shatter, but it was completely blocked off by Bastion Lives Matter Reinhardt, and it was ineffective.
And we've just heard from Free that there's the time was 6:48 on that.
I mean, this is a beatable time because, fortunately for Boundless Power, they were able to hold the point A for pretty very long time. So if Bastion Lives Matter will fall, if Boundless Power will be able to push Bastion Lives Matter on the first point rather quickly, and get the point right away, they should be able to snowball and get it in a relatively close time. What they want to make sure, Boundless Power, that they get the first point A as fast as possible. Meanwhile, Bastion Lives Matter want to delay or keep the point A as long as possible. So this is going to be a really attrition war in terms of ultimates, I think, in this fight. Who's going to use more ultimates, especially on the defending side? How many ultimates will be baited or wasted? And if Bastion Lives Matter will be able to bank their ultimates properly, they will be able to hold this for a very long amount of time.
I'm seeing that we see a Junkrat for Bastion Lives Matter in the place of another attacking character. Thoughts on that?
I personally think I can tell that Boundless Power likes to team fight a lot, and they will probably just push them in the face, and then Junkrat will lose its effectiveness as a choke holder. So I'm not entirely sure about the Junkrat. I personally would not go for Junkrat. It's not that safe choice. But now we'll see what Boundless Power will decide to do.
Interestingly, the Zenyatta is in the bottom left-hand corner, just away from his team. Getting rid of that Discord. Here comes that first push up that right side, or up that left side as the thing does. There falls the 4 of Boundless Power.
Yep.
And Genji is the last one alive. He's going to retreat, trying to get away to his team just to prevent the staggering.
Junkrat didn't. Maybe he did something, but he didn't actually got the kills off. I still think it's not probably that much effective. Because Boundless Power did probably a mistake by going a little room like that when you have a Junkrat, because you're just spamming the grenades and you can't dodge them. What basically Boundless Power wants to do at this point is just speed push, or just speed straight on point, just like this. Yes.
Oh, and here they come into the point, trying to, with all the speed boost. Zarya goes down immediately with a Reinhardt shoulder charge, and as Reaper goes down as well. There's half their attacking power. Reinhardt just swinging at the healers. And there comes the Reinhardt ultimate in defense for Bastion Lives Matter, taking out the entire
That's actually a wasted Earth Shatter there. He should probably wait it for the next team fight, because this is exactly what Boundless Power is looking for. For Bastion Lives Matter to use ultimates, waste them or something like that, or simply bait them. However,
ulting in defense, trying to just get a pick off, and here it comes, and not enough. I see that Boundless Power has switched to a triple tank setup.
Yeah, not sure against how it will work. However, they want to just team fight and go straight on point on this time. Again, they just have to execute it better. And also, Roadhog is breaking the shield rather quickly, as you can see. That's also what they want, because when the shield is broken, Roadhog will hook something down and get the kill.
Here they come, and
there
it's
we
on
go.
the point. Defensive ult from Soundberry and Transcendence, and the Genji ult sorry, Zarya ult from Bastion Lives Matter. There's a sound barrier trying to protect himself, not in time to protect his teammate, and he's gonna be Lucio will end up falling for Boundless Power.
Yeah, it seems Lucio didn't have to use his ultimate. He should probably just recoup, just die if he can't escape and regroup again, because now...
And unfortunately, we have a staggered position here for Boundless Power with Roadhog dying pretty late after his team.
But you have to keep in mind now, if Lucio saved his ultimate, Cheetos of Boundless Power, they would have basically 3 ultimates, maybe also 4 soon, against Bastion Lives Matter with 0 defensive ultimates. As you can see, Lucio and Zen do not have defensive ultimates whatsoever.
And the Junkrat ulti from Bastion Lives Matter, just lying in wait, trying to get a pick off maybe, but nothing's going to happen there.
However, this is the time where Boundless Power wants to fight.
And here they come pushing. Reinhardt going hard on the Bastion Boundless Power. Roadhog ulting up, and Transcendence from Boundless Power just to protect his team. 2 down, 3 down for Bastion Lives Matter.
Maybe.
And here, this is going there. Bastion Lives Matter will retreat from this point, allowing Boundless Power to capture.
Yeah, this is expected, like I said, because Bastion Lives Matter did not have any defensive ultimates, and Boundless Power had an opportunity window to get the point. However, like I said earlier, if they had that Lucio ultimate not wasted earlier and had it for this fight, it would make it even easier, less messy than it was. And also the problem... sorry to interrupt, and the other problem was also Reinhardt. Lanziver was unable to block the Earth Shatter of Hogan, which is of Bastion Lives Matter, which also made the fight slightly messy. However, now Bastion Lives Matter are in position on high ground. And yes, please continue.
2 things to note. We've got the 1 ultimate from Bastion Lives Matter, although they're close to getting another one, to the 2 from Boundless Power. Let's see if they can put this to their advantage.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a bit of a poke going on here. Lucio falling very quickly for Bastion Lives Matter. Bad for them, but they've got 3 ults up in exchange to the 2 that Boundless Power has. Bit of a skirmish going on here at the pill with a Reinhardt just falling pretty quickly. Transcendence and the Reaper ult from Bastion Lives Matter gets hooked out by the Roadhog. Good pick. Transcendence and the Zarya ultimate from Boundless Power just clearing out the team. Transcendence unfortunately not able because it had just been used. And Boundless Power will push here.
Yeah, it seems the issue is like, actually, Bastion Lives Matter had an advantage because they do have Zarya ultimate available, and Boundless Power for quite some time did not have Zen ultimate available. So when in that not short amount, actually 20 to 30 seconds window, if they went to fight and Graviton Surge, they would probably win the fight.
Here comes the sound barrier from both teams with the Reinhardt ultimate from Boundless Power, as well as the fact that, from Bastion Lives Matter, and the Genji ultimate from Bastion Lives Matter. Huge team fight. Down goes 3 of 4 of Bastion Lives Matter, with really breaking through that ultimate chain from Boundless Power.
Yeah, because this time when Bastion Lives Matter tried to go with the Graviton, Boundless Power, Zenyatta had his ultimate available and it was completely negated. And so it didn't have no impact whatsoever. However, if you look at it now, Bastion Lives Matter have no ultimates available. Meanwhile, Boundless Power do have Earth Shatter, which could make them win the next fight. However, Reaper is getting close to his ultimate available, so we'll see how it goes.
We see that they're doing a 3-3 Boundless Power R, just trying to keep them off the point while pushing as far as they can. Roadhog falling very quickly for Boundless Power, as that's a great pick for Bastion Lives Matter.
Exactly. However, this is the opportunity window for Boundless Power to team fight, while
there comes the Earth Shatter from both Reinhardts, with unfortunately the Boundless Power getting theirs, playing chicken first, and it turns out to a negative for Boundless Power. Oh, and the Reinhardt and the Zarya ultimate from Boundless Power, nothing really happening there. Double Zarya ultimates, that's pretty interesting. Genji getting out from it and taking down the Zarya. Reinhardt, Zarya, and Genji down for Bastion Lives Matter, with only Zarya down for...
I just got from the judge, they have only 1 minute left.
Okay, Zenyatta just transcending to keep his team. There comes the Genji trying to get clear that rank up, and it looks like Lucio just absolutely taking his time on the point. Boundless Power really allowing him to do it.
Exactly.
Just a bit of a skirmish going. Oh, Reaper back there in the back line, taking out half Boundless Power. Actually, more than half with Bastion Lives Matter.
I think they only have 30 seconds left. I mean, I think it's possible, I'm not sure, but that Reaper ultimate kind of sealed the deal. Because he got shielded, protected, and everything, and he was able just to get 3 people. But this seems to be it. Yeah.
And according to our moderator, our referee, that is in fact game.
It is game, right, referee? Yeah, he said. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate. Boundless Power had a pretty strong... Yeah, there is time right now, so this is it. It's really unfortunate for Boundless Power because they had some strong showing. However, it seems Bastion Lives Matter could slightly do better at certain points of time because there were many opportunities for Bastion Lives Matter to initiate the fight when the defensive ultimates of Boundless Power were down. They have to keep track more of those things, I would say. However, the Reaper ultimate really sealed the deal and made it great. But this is about it, and what do you have to say, Lafon, about the game?
Interesting game. We saw some much better ultimate management than we did in previous matches, which is always nice. Pushes were at times a bit odd. We saw Boundless Power going in pushing in at one time or another, but not fully committing.
Exactly. I mean, overall, this game was really exciting, more or less, because we got a round 3 for a change. You know,
well balanced games. Well balanced games.
We also got to see Hanamura, which it's really great. You know, we get some games like this too. That was really fun in that regard. But I really feel slightly sorry for Boundless Power because they did have a strong showing here and there, but it seems they flopped a bit. But it was fine, I guess. And also like to ask you, Lafon, if they have any... Hello, Navor. If you guys have any questions in the chat or something, Lafon would read and we'll answer.
Yeah, we'll give it a couple of minutes and we'll see what we get from them.
Exactly. And Navor, you really want to talk about the game? Like, are you feeling okay?
Yeah, I'll talk about what I think we did wrong, if you want me to.
Yeah, sure.
Go for
what do you think you
I just think our communication in voice was a little off at points, and just we didn't have that good communication with our supports, and we just lost them in a couple of fights, we felt, and that just...
Yeah, that's true. That is true. There were some situations where Lucio died or wasted his ultimate when he did not have to. That was noticeable. I'm not sure whether that was like a self-decision or a team decision, miscommunication. However, that seemed to be a problem, unfortunately. It seems to me that sometimes your ultimate usages were questionable or wasted, and it seems sometimes you didn't push on for a team fight when you obviously had that ultimate advantage. It seems perhaps your team did not keep a track of who used ultimates in the last fight of the opposing team, so you would be aware, at least for these 30 seconds, there's no way this and that player will have the ultimate available, we can engage into a fight. Because as an attacker, you want to play a game of attrition with your defenders, you want to make them waste their ultimates, because there were many situations when your Genji, I think it was your Genji or someone else, who made the defensive or even at some point offensive Zen use his ultimate just for him, and you have two options: either team fight right away and try to get some picks, or pull back if the fight will not go in your favor because of Zen ultimate, and just go for the next fight when the Zen does not have his ultimate. I think your team should probably play more around if the enemy Zen has ultimate or does he have not, because that's a huge factor and it can change the games drastically around. But what else do you have to say?
Well, I agree with you completely. Just we were quite fresh because where we changed people, I think we've only practiced a couple of days. I think we needed to practice a bit more than what we did just to get that into our game style, because we were just kind of going off instant action rather than thinking about what's happened before and what might happen this fight. We were just going in there and hoping for the best kind of thing.
Yeah, I think
we did notice that a couple of times. We did notice that a couple of times on actually King's Row, I believe, is where we noticed it first, where there was a double ult defensive ult from both Zenyatta and Lucio, and we were kind of questioning like why would you double ult up there?
That's not a team decision. That's happened quite a lot in our training and practicing for the tournament, and just we haven't been able to get our supports on a level where they both understand and can communicate with each other.
I see. I have another question about Hanamura. What made you decide to go Farah there?
I try to remember what I was thinking.
Like, you were fighting against Mei and Symmetra. Do you remember, against Bastion Lives Matter?
Yeah. I was just hoping that I could just kind of get through, because we weren't getting much success going straight into them.
So, but did you guys realize what was wrong? Because to me it seems you did not see the problem, spot the problem, and that's why they held point A.
No, we didn't really see the problem. We were just trying to figure out, because
I can tell you right now,
communication was lacking there.
I don't think just communication. I can help you out, but I spotted the problem. The issue is when the opposing team has a Mei and Symmetra on Hanamura, you do not want to fight at the choke or in the small room. You guys were really insisting in the small room. What you should have done instead is, because they do not have a Zen or Lucy, they're missing something like that because they run that comp, you're much stronger in team fights, and what you want to do is simply speed boost straight in the open area in the middle, because there, Mei effectiveness drops to 0, she can't wall anything off, her ultimate is so small you can simply walk out of it. Symmetra has no turrets in the open. She doesn't do anything in team fights. So basically, if your team just went straight in the middle, you would win the fight very easily. That's
the funny
why
thing was,
I was slightly sad because I didn't see that.
Our shot callers were telling everyone to go in and try and get into the open area to the left and stuff. But we had some members just continuously going into the right-hand side, and we weren't understanding why.
Even the left area is not that optimal. The best area was simply...
It was just more of offering to the left more, trying to get more towards the middle, but just people were going more towards the right, and we just wouldn't understand what people were doing, and it kind of broke down for us on that point.
That was really unfortunate, because I personally think you should be able to win that game if you just guys did it correctly.
Because we've been practicing point B on Hanamura, not focusing too much on point A, because